All right, Jess. So prior to meeting me, what were you struggling with from a sales standpoint from your company?
Hey, Alan. I guess, I come from a background in sales, but, and I knew that, and I know how important sales is to the business. But when we came to us trying to sell what we had produced and what we had created, it was really hard because I sort of knew too much. I was too close to the action, and I knew that there was a serious problem in terms of our conversion, and it was taking up so much of my time. As you know, like I was spending 50 to 60 hours a month just on the initial calls, and my initial calls were about 90 minutes, some of them like from 60 minutes to 90 minutes. And we're selling reasonably high ticket programs. And what happened after that is I felt like not only did I give them information overload because I'm trying to cram in so much information in that first call, because if they didn't make a decision, I'd be playing the chasing game, trying to get them to book that second call in to essentially close them. And we were getting a lot of no-shows into that second call to actually close. So in a nutshell, it was taking up so much of my time. And for me, my role in the business, as you know, I also have to be involved in client delivery. So not only do I have to oversee the team, but I also have to be client facing, and I was doing the first calls, and I had to, deliver the campaign when we actually sold it. So yeah, that was a headache for me when we started.
Okay, so then you started working with me, and what improvements did you see right away?
The first thing, Alan, so we've been working together for a while, so I think I'm pretty spoiled when it comes to having Alan coaching training time. And the biggest improvement I saw is when you were coaching me in my calls, sending you my pre-recorded calls. The things that you picked up, I just would not have thought about it. I was so consumed and so entrenched in what we were doing and how we delivered it. And as you pointed out to me, my speak was way too technical, and it wasn't emotionally landing and connecting with clients. I wasn't taking them on that journey that you explained. I was literally like talking at them. And this is coming from someone where I literally love sales. My background before marketing was actually in sales, but all of a sudden when you become the business owner, or you become the innovator or the co-founder or the entrepreneur at the helm of your product or service, it's a completely different ballgame. And I was so close to the action, I literally could not see the forest to the trees in terms of seeing it from the client's point of view, giving them way too much information, being way too technical, not even pausing enough times to stop for breath, and not knowing how to get my call length down to now, like, our calls like 45 to 60 minutes. And even then in 45 minutes, it's because the client wants to hang out and chat, compared to 90 minutes. Because I would not know everything I said, I felt like was important. I didn't know what I wanted to let go of in that first call. So that was a huge game changer for us, was just seeing that improvement, seeing our close rate improve, having you critique like the correspondence, and having you pick up the body language is literally like having a coach. When you're in the game, you can't always see the game from the sidelines. And that was literally what you were for me when we first started off. Like, I didn't, even pointing out, like, one of the clients we had, you were like, did you see this guy here? You were completely just talking at him, and he just wasn't having a bar of what you were saying here. And you could pick up his body language, and there's the little nuances that I would not have thought to pick up. So that was massive for us.
So if you had to choose one of the most impactful things that you learned from me, what would you say that was?
I've learned so much. Um, the impactful thing is, I think, specifically to what you said. Like, I've seen your website, I've seen what you've had to say. It's like the human side of selling. It's like, yeah, that's great, but what does that actually mean? And it wasn't until I got to work with you and I saw it in action that I was like, oh my God, it actually works. Like, the secret is not like, it's not a silver bullet. It's not like ABC. It's not this super spin selling close technique. It's not if you say these three magic words. It's really working with me, my selling style, my personality, and even working with Harry to actually refine and how we can be ourselves, deliver value, be authentic. But it was really around having a very client centric point of view. And that was like, I literally feel like that was the key to the mint that you gave us in sales that allowed us to close and to convert, was to better present ourselves in a way that landed with the client, present our offer that touch the emotional waypoints we need to hit at that part in their emotional journey, as well as walk them through that process that added value at each step of the way. So, for example, having sticker shock. you were straight up. You were like, if you've given your client sticker shock and you haven't done these trial closes and you've got like that, they've got that wide out look, you kind of lost them. You need to do this, that. It's kind of like, we didn't even think about that. We were so concerned around getting all this information out that I feel like you literally gave us just like a whole other dimension, almost like we ascended to Jedi mind tricks in sales. So, and that showed, at the end of the day, it showed, because now I'm working. Instead of 50 to 60 hours that I'm spending on the phone taking those first calls, not only were you able to help me, but then you were able to help us put together a sales system and to get me off the phones and train our sales rep. We went from just me doing everything to then 3 sales reps. Now, 1 sales rep who's like a superstar sales rep. And now I only have to take about maybe 8 to 10 of those second and third calls in the month, and he's closing at the same rate or higher than I was, and I was the co-founder and the entrepreneur that myself and David that put the Graham together. So I think that's a huge testament to the sales skills that you've imparted to us, and also allowing us to systemize that, because that's essentially what helped us be able to scale and grow our business, freeing up my time, being able to do it in a more hands-free way.
And finally, so if a company came to you and said, can I have a recommendation for a sales trainer, what would you say about me, and how would you introduce me to them?
If you are investing, well, because you're a huge part of our program. We actually pay for you to work with our clients in marketing. So any client that's actually thinking, they're obviously here because they've got a marketing or sales problem, they need to grow their business. It's absolutely a no-brainer. And don't even think about wanting to invest in leads or marketing if you haven't got a solid back end. And that's probably the number one biggest mistake. And I'm a little bit biased because I'm seeing it from the marketing point of view. So we get we tried this marketing company, this lead generation company, that was so crap, we got burnt, we didn't get ROI. It's like, maybe, but have you ever thought to consider that you can work with the best marketing company, they can produce the most beautiful content, give you the best leads, but if you've got a prospect there and you can't close them and you're getting 0 conversion, then it doesn't matter how great your marketing company, it doesn't matter how many brilliant leads they deliver to your front door, if you can't actually close and convert them, or you don't have a back-end sales conversion process. And that is the number one problem that I see in our industry, coming from a marketing professional, that for us, you were absolutely the no-brainer and the bridge to connect marketing to sales and profitability. So they would be stupid not to look at it, even to just get on literally a free call to find out, because you don't know what you don't know. And if we knew, and coming from an ex-sales expert, if I knew what I needed to be doing differently in my game, I would obviously have done it. So if you've got a sales or a conversion problem, you don't know what you don't know, get an expert in. If you're sick, you go to a doctor. If you need financial help, you go to a financial planner. If you've got a sales problem or a profitability problem, speak to a sales expert, someone that lives and breathes the stuff and can see what you can't see and isn't too close to the action and can see you in the game from the sidelines. So it's a no-brainer. Get on a free call. They've got nothing to lose. And sorry if that was too direct, but that's
No, that's I'm ready to cry. So thank you. Thank you, Jess. That was amazing. Thank you.
You're welcome.